Those Damn Ross Kids is a podcast for adults, and the opinions expressed do not reflect the opinions of our employers or even ourselves. We'd like to hear from you. Give us a call at 419-528-TDRK to leave a voicemail, and we just may play it on the show. You want to go?
I can. My entire research for the show has been uprooted by something that apparently might be common knowledge to some people, but I just learned.
Okay, well, what is that?
And that there once was and still is a lady named Robin Givens. Do you know who Robin Givens is?
When you say what she is known for, I will likely know.
I think she was like a television host and a model, and she was married to Mike Tyson.
Ooh. Can I presume that she is a deceased woman?
No, she's alive. And the story goes, and this is actually from Mike Tyson telling the story, but apparently when they were getting divorced, Robin Givens and Mike Tyson, he would sometimes just go over to Givens' house for some sex every once in a while they were in the midst of getting their divorce.
You know.
One day, he found that someone else had beaten him to the punch, like as in like punching her vagina with a dick, because he showed up at the house and found in her bed a 24-year younger Brad Pitt.
Oh no! Well, you see, that worked out well for Bradley Cooper because they were originally going to cast Brad Pitt in the first Hangover, right? Yeah, and because Mike Tyson was so integral to that plot, he was like, no, man, no.
I don't. Is that how he talks?
That's actually a recording of him
really?
saying his things. So
I
like,
thought
okay,
so.
I
thought it was him.
We've already had the prop department make up all of the the name tags for the main character, which also feature prominently in the plot. You know, Bradley Cooper's name tag. So we need another Brad to fill this up, and there was a young upstart who they saw inside the actor's studio, and it's like, let's give this guy a shot. You know what? Now $1 million superstar Brad Pitt done fucked up.
I don't know, just like Eskimo brothers. That's all I could think of. Like how there's no way to be more diverse.
Well, okay, so I mean.
You can play Kevin Bacon, but it's all going through the same.
Jesus, no! I was about to do the Kevin Bacon thing and say, is this a more effective way to link people in Hollywood by the Eskimo Brother Network?
I think it's probably, yeah.
Huh?
Think so.
Huh?
Can I get I have some more Hollywood stuff.
Okay, go ahead, go.
This is the story about Mike Tyson was from a book. And here's another story about a young Dolly Parton, as she relays in her memoirs that have just come out. The memoir is entitled "Dream More," and she's speaking of her participation in a celebrity lookalike drag queen contest. She's quoted as saying, "They had a bunch of shares and dollies that year, so I just over-exaggerated. Made my beauty mark bigger, the eyes bigger, the hair bigger, everything. All these beautiful drag queens worked for weeks and months getting their clothes. So I just got in line and I just walked across. And they just thought I was some short little gay guy. I got the least applause."
Is that kind of like when Hitler entered the Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest?
I think it was.
Okay.
Basically. Give or take.
Give or take.
Plus or minus a few showers.
Huh, how self-involved do you have to be? That's not
like
apropos.
To get by?
Yeah, I mean, like to not suffer some kind of like psychic ego death in this world as you're just buffeted by sand and wind of other people's disdain. Completely self-involved. You have to be totally inward. Chris, you have to be an Ouroboros of self-involvement. All right.
Yeah, you just have to fillet yourself and then envelop the rest of your body.
Yep.
To be that involved. More of you has to be inside you than is outside.
Chris, what episode is this? As we are 5 minutes into the episode.
Oh, you know what? Are we still doing that?
Those Damn Ross Kids, a conversation between brothers, featuring Kris and Kole Ross.
Maybe, I don't know. Are we?
I think it's episode number 96 of the comedy.
It is.
Pseudo comedy podcast. Those damn Ross kids. Hey, should I download iTunes 11?
Maybe.
I heard don't.
I picked it up. It's I don't like the interface that much, but here's the thing. The thing that iTunes needs right now is to like run better because everything I do hangs on it. But here's the thing. Like their interface is like, oh, every album that you have has a, you know, has an icon, and that's neat for the albums that are like, hey, this is, you know, Black Sheep Boy by Ockerville River, or hey, this is the Sunset Tree by Mountain Goats. I can keep going on and on until somebody thinks I have cred, but I will stop here.
Until somebody challenges you that those things are real.
Exactly. For people like me who have been acquiring piecemeal, like an MP3 collection of individual songs, that is a nightmare. Because while I have albums that I listen to, Mitch albums, you know, the 5 albums you meet in heaven, it's just kind of like, hey, here's this big thing that takes up a bunch of your screen to represent like 1/1000th of the songs that you own. It's a bummer.
I think you use iTunes a lot more than I do.
I think I do, to listen to music at work and such.
Yeah, I don't. I don't listen to music. I don't own any music.
Is that the?
How do you feel about that?
Is it? I don't know.
I literally own no music.
Is that the 2012 equivalent of I don't own a TV?
I don't think so. I don't have cable.
Are you a rebel?
I'm wearing straw shoes.
I'm wearing straw boat shoes.
I only imbibe Second Harvest.
Have you ever wondered why I only drink rainwater and grain alcohol, Chris?
and the vomit of sorority girls? No.
My name's Cole Ross. I don't know.
Saltines and Ciroc.
Ciroc teens? Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that Diddy's alky?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or is that Sean Combs? Is he Sean Combs now?
I don't even know. It doesn't matter.
Am I every comedian? Am I like every late night host from 1999 for that dude changing his name?
Yeah. 02 maybe, 03.
Oh man. He shot somebody in a nightclub, right?
I think he did.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so I have just accused Mike Tyson and Sean Combs of murder. I accused Mike Tyson and Sean Combs of entering a murder-suicide pact with Zooey Deschanel. Yeah, she was killed in the crossfire.
Zooey Deschanel died tragically today.
In a 4-hour gunfight.
In a 4-hour gunfight.
Between
in which police deployed sarin gas.
And in the convulsions, mistakes were made, shots were fired, people were gassed. I think that's the serious story. That's terrible. Okay, so I need to look up Zooey Deschanel's like filmography because she's like on a TV show, right?
Yeah, it's called New Girl.
New Girl?
Yeah, she's the sister of the lady who plays Bones on Bones.
Oh, Jenny Bones?
No.
Is that like the Barney Miller show where the main character is named after the person who plays them?
Well, her real name on the her name on the show is Temperance Brennan, but her nickname is Bones.
I see. Temperance
because Bones tells stories,
especially if you are in a Santeria cult.
You love the Santeria. You like saying it.
I throw that out there as a canary trap to see.
Don't get all defensive. But the problem here,
I throw that. The problem with you is that I say it and I see who I can provoke into singing the first line of Santeria. Yeah, so I put that out there just to see who picks it up. I call it the Santeria trap. Who knows? I
Definitely
don't.
doesn't make me like you more.
Sorry. You know, when you're as disconnected from everybody as I am, you have to take a position of like the chess master, right? You have to be.
No, that's why people don't like you.
Well, there are lots of reasons why people don't like me.
Saying you're disconnected, but that you're the one who's making the disconnect.
I know, right? I drive them away because I fear everything. No, it's yeah. So you have to play little games with people. You have to manipulate them. You
don't have to.
Well, it's okay. I mean,
You're going somewhere with this. Okay,
that might be a valid point.
Well, good. I'm glad you have some sense.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Run over there and beat your genitals.
just pounded it with bamboo sticks like the Viet Cong.
A palm frond.
Pounding your genitals with a palm frond.
Topless nuns were seen hosing down anti-gay marriage demonstrators with holy sperm. This is all going on in Paris, France, by Ukrainian women who have a movement, and they're trying to spread their awareness by nudity.
Okay.
They found out that 100,000 Catholics would be protesting against France's legislation to allow gay marriage and adoption. They got their weapons ready with various slogans written across their bare chests, including, quote, "In gay we trust," and "Fuck God." Members got creative with baby powder, spraying the mist on protesters, calling it Jesus sperm.
For some reason, Jesus is a mummy who comes dust. Remember that scene in The Mummy where the dude opened his mouth and all those bugs came out?
Yeah.
That's like Jesus, but with his stuff.
So I think moreover, Jesus' cum smells really good.
It's freshening, you know.
It's like a baby's bottom. Oh, do we have a correlation?
There it
went.
There we
why
go.
Does Jesus' dick smell like a baby's ass?
Huh.
Right?
That's horrible.
I'm just saying.
All that I have to say. You know what? I'm just saying. Before I found Christ, I had terrible chafing problems.
All I'm saying is, before I found Christ, he found me.
He's gonna sneak up on you. Have we talked about mundane theft before? Like people
stealing a dog?
Well, that's how you get initiated into various gangs and thieves guilds. You have to
break down the words. It's funnier if you do.
You have to steal something alive.
Okay.
Yeah. So you steal something alive, and then they let you in, so you can start stealing things that are valuable, because everybody knows that things are more valuable than life. No. So it's the idea that, like, this is why they put condoms and baby formula behind behind locked doors. Like, you can't just walk to a store and grab baby formula from a shelf, because people go in and they steal it and then they sell it for less than what the stores charge, but they make 100% profit or actually infinity % profit, because they didn't pay anything. Right?
Okay. Sure.
So,
okay, I guess.
So
yeah.
this is like a mainstay of organized crime, at least in the United States, because people are always going to need baby formula, right?
Sure.
So I was reading this story about these people in Los Angeles who stole 300 pairs of panties from a Victoria's Secret. They just went to a Victoria's Secret with a bag and they stole 300 pairs of panties. And since so much of this show is about looking at people who are outwardly more absurd than I am, which is hard, and trying to get inside their head and understand it. So my first question is this a sexual thing? And these panties, I presume, have not been worn. So it can't be like oh boy, soiled panties. Hooray. Let me put them in a piñata.
Worn, right?
Well, on certain markets, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, it
Asian.
in Asian markets. Man, we pick on the Asians a lot.
Well,
yeah.
You saw how Penny's open this morning.
You saw how what?
Well, how Penny's closed this morning.
I don't know. For the first time since
Did you see how far
1983.
panties dropped?
Panties are through the floor right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, pork belly's way up.
Take everything you knew about panties and throw them out the window.
Throw it out the window. We're playing a new game.
Sniff a new reality.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? It's panties. But so I'm trying to get into it, and it's like, this couldn't be sexual because they haven't been worn. And while panties are indeed an object of people's affection, I just can't see risking theft over them, you know? So this obviously has to be some mundane ass organized crime happening.
Mundane ass.
Mundane ass organized crime. Ass is a modifier.
Ass is a modifier.
Modify this ass.
Ooh, will do. Hey, Kole. Yes, Chris. Just when you thought you've heard everything, a new study published in the Journal of Sex Research finds that adult film actresses report higher levels of confidence and self-esteem than an average woman. This is counterintuitive to popular conservative ideology because it's generally assumed that these women are emotionally damaged, and that's the reason that they're there, is because they're a product of childhood abuse and that they're searching for and thus lacking self-esteem in certain areas.
Right. The study also found that porn actresses are 76% likely to be bisexual, as compared to the general population, which is 7%. They also,
no, I'm pretty sure all ladies will lick a crotch.
Yeah, I just, it's experimentation. One thing that I found
for
really
a shot or a camera.
One thing that I find really interesting about this, aside from the implications about, porn.
Oh, you saw this?
That's why I'm quoting numbers from this article.
Oh, I thought you were making them up.
No,
I was going to let you go.
It's a thing. No. Porn actresses are more likely than other people to have tried or used 10 different types of drugs in their lifetime. Chris, name 10 drugs right now.
I mean, I don't really know. I use all of them when I smoke that fucking porn star.
That's why your car smells funny.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think a hot box meant to her what it meant to me.
Your car smells like glitter and fear. With a twinge of sorrow.
Used a weed sprayer and a lighter to put kerosene on that porn star.
Jesus. Did you freebase her? Did you?
I freebased Claudia.
Freebase Claudia. This is okay. So this article's conclusion is self-evident. Anybody who will be naked on camera probably thinks pretty highly of themselves.
More than likely.
I wouldn't be naked on camera.
I don't get naked to shave my pubes.
You're a never nude.
No, I'm nude. Underneath
Underneath it all. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm going to get so nude.
Right now. It's fucking hot in here.
Right?
It's hot. It's really, really warm. Chris, if I asked you, is bestiality or zoophilia legal in Germany, what would you say?
I think it's probably illegal.
You'd be wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
for as much fun as they have on the human playground of the human body,
you would think that they would they have tapped that rich vein of
sure.
Of human.
I mean, they tore down the playground and built a bathroom on that human body.
They installed a porta potty next to
maybe they're at the end of the road. Maybe they're ready to backfill with a few foot sweeps of sand and go fuck an animal. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows? Just chase one down.
The Germans do.
Like a gazelle on the prairie, on the savannah, rather. Yeah.
Sure.
But there are up to 100,000 zoophiles in Germany who are speaking out in protest of this. And I have to say, they might have kind of a point. So the law that Germany is trying to use to outlaw this is a prevention of cruelty to animals law, which, I can get behind. There's already enough sorrow in this world for everybody. There's no reason to inflict more of it. But their point is, if you're going to pass an animal cruelty law, like, you should also outlaw the unanesthetized castration of piglets in the meat processing industry, the branding of horses, although branding humans is hot. You're my property now. And did you know that the farming industry, like, they will put electric rods into the backside of male boars to get them to ejaculate?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I knew that worked on me, but like we have more in common with these majestic creatures than we thought.
I guess so. I didn't realize that.
Did I flabbergast you?
No, I just didn't realize why you were asking me about wiring diagrams.
A resistor is the triangle, right?
I think it might be.
Yeah,
I think you might have downgraded some amps.
Damn it.
To shock the butt.
Get some jolt up in them guts. By which I also mean butt chugging Jolt Cola from the 1990s.
Yeah, well,
Excuse me, can I have a Jolt enema? No, is that surge?
Jolt in my guts?
Are you trying to put surge up in my guts? Do you want me to die?
Do they still make that?
Surge? I think that's Vault. That was changed into Vault, which I am now looking. Vault soda, because I don't know if they make that anymore, actually. Vault drink.
It was essentially Coke trying to make Mountain Dew, right?
There's Vault Zero and Vault Red Blitz. Vault was a carbonated beverage that was released by the Coca-Cola Company in June 2005 until December 2011. So it's been gone for like a year.
Dude, all that stuff that's people fuel for when you have to overhaul that hot rod overnight. What? I said I have to overhaul this hot rod overnight.
Are you asking me to help you?
I think so.
Overhaul that? Yeah. Well,
goddamn, I'm due to ramp police tomorrow.
To ramp police.
I'm going to ramp police.
I'm going to ramp police. Chris, since we're talking about people fuel, what's Honey Boo Boo Child's drink called? Is it go juice?
It's go juice. Yes.
Go juice. Go juice. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently, the Voice's Adam Levine has a couple of thoughts about Honey Boo Boo.
Formerly of Maroon 5.
Yes. Okay, first off, her program is not called Honey Boo Boo. Her program is called Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, which if somebody whispered that to me at the wrong time of day would make me shit myself in fear. Chris.
Like when you're shocking your butt?
You gotta clean up the house before you invite guests in. Okay, that's rule one of butt play. I
don't think that's rule one, but
so
rule one is lock the door. Rule one of butt play is lock the door, Mom.
Lock the door, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
This is my
weird
life.
Telling you this.
This is my life. This is my butt.
But as it was explained to me, rule one of butt play is lock the door.
Okay, so here's what Honey Boo Boo, Adam Levine of Maroon 5, formerly, says about Honey Boo Boo in the most recent issue of GQ. Seriously, Here Comes Honey Boo Boo is the decay of Western civilization. Just because so many people watch the show doesn't mean it's good. So many people witness atrocities and can't take their eyes away from them, but that doesn't mean they're good. That show is literally the worst thing that's ever happened. It's complete fucking ignorance and the most despicable way to treat your kids. Fuck those people. You can put that in the magazine. Fuck those idiots. They're just the worst. Sorry, I'm so sensitive to that. Like, I don't know, man. It's upsetting. Just to clarify, I said, fuck those people.
I could see him saying this while like totally not realizing he's cutting in line at Jamba Juice.
Can I add wheatgrass to that? No, seriously, fuck those people.
No, seriously, fuck those people. Excuse me. There's a line.
Excuse me, sir.
Or like at a Auntie Anne pretzel at the mall.
Yeah.
You know? Like he's just like way above it because he sells like cell phone covers.
Chris, are you broadcasting from a mall food court and you're just improvising by looking around you?
That's not improv.
Well, I you can't see me because we're not in the same room, but I did improv. Yeah.
Well, yeah. You did air quotes.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that was good improv.
Yeah, exactly. Did you know that Honey Boo Boo's parents are named Mama June and Sugar Bear? Her daddy is named...
Why wouldn't they be?
Her dad is named Sugar Bear because of his late-stage diabetes.
Wow.
And his body hair.
That's too much.
Oh, man.
Oh, well. Hey, in a sneaky attempt to grant fetuses the same legal status as, quote, air quotes, people,
there's no
and thus criminalize abortion, Michigan's legislature has introduced a bill to change the tax code so that would-be parents could claim fetuses as dependents after 12 weeks of gestation.
Also in the news, if I think about buying a Bentley, I own one, and the fact that I don't have one means the government has taken it from me. Ipso facto.
I think that I don't think that you understand what that means.
Ipso facto?
Yeah.
I think it means ad nauseum.
Really?
Yeah. Which in turn, means
I don't understand
quid
either.
pro quo.
Oh, really? I learned that from Cop and a Half.
Which in turn means I learned it from your Cop and a Half / Hannibal fan fiction. The Silence of the Selleck. Was that Tom Selleck or Burt Reynolds?
I think that I don't know. Probably Burt Reynolds.
I could see that being a Selleck vehicle.
Cute little black boy.
Yep. Let's see here.
With the potty mouth?
We've talked about this before, actually. Because I remember...
Yeah, it was on the same tape as The Sandlot.
Yes, it was. Let's see here. Yes, it was Burt Reynolds. But you can understand how I would get, confused. But no, I remember talking about this before. A, because we repeat ourselves all the time. And also because, do you know who directed that?
Enrique Iglesias.
No. No, I think you're thinking of, what's his name? Emilio Estevez. No, Henry Winkler.
Oh.
The Fonz.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
He was looking for something to do.
Can I horrify you, Chris?
For the right amount.
I think you need to look at what horrify actually means. No, how sensitive are you about things in your ears?
I'm not. I love to put stuff in my ears.
I mean, like, a properly sterilized swab, yes.
Okay. Or one that I find on the road.
Just kind of
a key.
I just got to get it
Pen.
in. Oh, do you put keys in your ear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every once in a while.
Huh. Okay.
A handcuff key.
Oh, it unlocks a kingdom of imagination. Well, I'm pretty sensitive about this. Like, you hear about things like earworms, and they just get in there and they start, gnawing on the tender, juicy meat of your inner ears, the bitter orange wax, all of that. This 91-year-old woman with Alzheimer's, 92 rather. Her name's Catherine McCann. She was, being put up in a nursing home. Her family was paying like $10,000 a month, like for this nursing home to keep her there, which I can't imagine. Man, 10,000 anything for anything, especially somebody who has like outlived their usefulness to society. So she's in there, and like most old people do, they have medical procedures performed on them.
Feelings.
They have. Chris, don't be absurd. Turns out, at some point, a fly got into her ear canal and laid eggs, and doctors had to extract 57 maggots from her inner ear.
Of course.
Because why not? Have fun, sweet dreams.
Hey.
You ever get those little crackling sounds in your ear? Like it's you think like, oh, that's just water. I went for a swim. I was playing submarine in the bathtub. You tell yourself it's just water.
Hey, that's just water.
That's
not 57 maggots.
Is somebody stepping on aluminum foil? I hear like a little crackling sound to the right, like, but nobody's stepping on aluminum foil over there. Turns out that crackling sound is the scuttling legs of 57 maggots crawling over the tiniest bones in your goddamn body. For fuck's sake.
Where was this lady at?
Watch as the page reloads. Yes, here we go. Arlington Heights.
No, not geographically. Where was she in a home or?
Yeah, it was like a nursing facility.
Well, that's your first problem. You don't put them in those fucking wormholes.
No, like a wormhole to another dimension.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to stow Granny away properly, and maybe like a Grannypod.
That way, it preserves her. That way you can go visit her from time to time for wisdom.
Oh, it's a 12 by 24 foot pop-up, fully functional house for your unwanted elders. Designed by N2 Care, the Med Cottage, as it is officially titled, includes a kitchen, a bedroom, a bath, and a bathroom. Like the miniature houses that rich parents buy for their bratty children to rip apart, the Med Cottage provides just as more grown-up comforts for a much steeper price at a whopping $125,000 per Grannypod. Using smart robotic features that can monitor vital signs, filter the air for contaminants, and communicate with the outside world very easily.
Which is good because it doesn't have a door. It's built around them.
Awesome because it's totally a bubble. It's a bubble pot.
I like the idea. So this is basically an RV.
No, I think it's more like a party jumpy house.
Like a bouncy castle?
I think that while panty futures are looking good, bouncy castles were plummeting.
Bouncy castles were plummeting until they diversified, Chris, honestly.
Sure. I mean, come on. How many parties can there be? We've seen the aging of America.
We haven't fully plumbed this vertical, okay? Chris, we are in the midst of something called the silver tsunami.
Sure.
You
gotta drill to the core and then frack it. I mean, just boom.
You gotta drill. You
dump some fluid in there.
You have to drill. You have to drill to this electric core of the silver tsunami / bouncy castle vertical, and you just have to explode. You have to explode that ass. All right.
Sure. That's the bubble.
We're gonna get up here.
Fuck housing. This is the bubble.
Okay. So here's the thing. I'm imagining some kind of Saw or Seven like let's say movie, and not something I scrawled into a composition notebook.
I'm talking about somebody who missed it.
What?
Think about this company and how they just missed it. When you repurpose for some Katrina bouncy houses. Flotation device living. That's what that is.
Flotation.
Levee break? Ride it out.
Levee break? Yeah.
Didn't make it to the bus? Ride your house.
Chris, all you have to do, you take a tragedy and you turn it into a delightful thrill ride.
You turn it into,
Okay.
getting dry humped with your face against the net German-infested castle.
I was about to ask where did they keep the bathroom in the bouncy castle, but then I realized how naive I was. You just go where you stand like an animal. But no, I'm just imagining using some kind of crazy knockout gas to incapacitate someone, taking them to your woodshed, force feeding them some kind of uninflated bouncy castle, dressing up like a clown, going to a children's party with this person, obviously dressed up as your clown assistant, and then you press the button that activates the compressed air cartridges inside of it, and you say, "Look, kids, this person's about to turn into a bouncy castle." Yay!
I think you might be the new Gacy.
Why is everybody saying that all the time?
This has been Those Damn Ross Kids.
Cole, what can they do?
They can, first and foremost, rate us and review us on iTunes. It's been a damn sight since we have had any kind of action on them parts. So if you're new, if you've been waiting, if you're not an iTunes kind of person, all of those things can be really useful to us. Barring that, subscribing and rating and reviewing, you can go to Duckfeed.tv/tipjar. There's still plenty of time for Christmas shopping left. If you're going to be doing anything on Amazon, use that link first, then add things to your cart, and we will get a small kickback. And it doesn't cost you a single extra cent. You can tell friends and call the voicemail 419-528-TDRK. Am I missing anything, Chris?
I think you got it.
Cool. Good night.
Good night.